Hello, my name is David Jones, and this is my presentation pitch idea for the Capstone project. My idea is a 2D side-scroller puzzle game where the player must navigate through a level by only touching the platform of the same color as the player. These platforms will include the ceiling, the floor, the walls, or really anything that the player touches other than free falling through the air. Throughout the level, the player must avoid certain colored platforms to make it to the finish point and advance to the next level. But the player can reach a collectible somewhere in the level where the collectible will actually change the color of the player and allow them to use previously unusable platforms. The collectible will be more strategically placed so that the player can easily collect it while jumping between platform to platform of different colors. The goal of the game is simple: to make it through the level only touching the same color platforms as the player and reach the door at the end where the player can advance to the next level. The ultimate goal of the game is to find a way to become the multicolored player. The multicolored player can touch multiple platforms of different colors without worrying about destroying itself. The antagonizing force is simple: to not touch platforms of a different color than the player. The player can run, jump, and in the instance of jumping onto a wall, can jump again off that wall in the opposite direction, and so forth if surrounded by walls. This game is very similar to the original Super Mario Bros., and the idea that it is a 2D platform side-scroller puzzle game where the player must avoid objects that could potentially threaten their life or something that might cause them to fall off of their floating platforms into the abyss and kill them. The difference here is the theme, and that the colors are the things destroying you and not monsters, and the ultimate goal is to become the multicolored player, where you are allowed to free roam your platforms without the worry of being destroyed by them. Some possibilities for this game include new mechanics such as movable or breakable platforms, and traps like a color changing platform or exploding color bombs. Several colors will become available as the game progresses, covering the spectrum of the rainbow. This example shows a player progressing through a later level with multiple color changes. When they hit the green moving platform, the player must time their jump so that they can jump off of the wall twice as it's moving. Then they must try to land on the color changing platform as it's green so they can finally progress to the door at the end. The trick here would be either to get incredible timing or land on top of the moving platform to allow time to read the color changing platform. If a player dies, they must restart the entire level from the beginning. This keeps a strong sense of awareness and raises the difficulty to a more competitive level. The player can also move left and right on the side scroller. This allows for the player to move backwards if needed, in the case they become stuck on a difficult part of the level. However, a player can only backtrack as far as their current color allows. A collectible can only be used once. The reasoning is to keep the progression mostly linear. At the end of the game, the player unlocks the multicolor ability, where they can speed run through the levels and see what best time they can achieve. This allows for multiple playthroughs of the game. The major risk involved in making this idea is creating a game that can't be broken easily by allowing replays of the same game later on without being destroyed by the same colors that were once dangerous. However, I strongly believe this is within reach for a quality project. My name is David Jones, and I want to thank you for being here and giving me the opportunity to take my game idea to the next level.